All right, okay, come on now, real quick. I got to get through this stuff for you guys today, okay? It's called Looking Back Through the Annals of Human History. And I don't think this is going to come as a surprise to any of you, but when you look back through the annals of history, the more you look, the more you find shit. Okay? Wars and rumors of wars, miserable lives, heartbreak, you see, suffering as far as the eye can see, right? Sad stuff, dumb stuff. And worst of the whole pile is the fact that you have the conviction that stuckness is the case. Limitation is fixed. It is what is so, right? So, number one, you've got bad shit. Number two, you've got the idea that that's permanent or unrelievable. Okay? So then you have dumb, and then you have stuck on dumb. Okay? Two very closely related items account for the annals of human history. Okay? Now, and so what caused all this shit, you see? Egoism caused it. Okay? Right? Not egoism itself, actually, but decisions. Decisions that were made based on egoism.
Yeah.
With free will. Free will choices. Okay? But there is something besides shit. And if you look more closely, you'll see it. Okay? And I know what you guys are thinking. Corn kernels.
Oh no.
Wrong answer. Wrong. Okay? What's wrong with you people? You know? So I'm saying, that's not it. God. I'm trying to give a reasonable talk here. Okay?
Where's our head at?
Gandhi, Jesus, Martin Luther King, all the guys, okay, saw that one simple truth, that egoism had caused all this shit, right? And they broke through the mess because they saw that it was unnecessary to choose egoism.
Yes.
Therefore, the stuck on dumb part was refuted in their case individually. Okay, they decided dumb, yeah, but stuck on dumb, no. Because that's the no way.
Right.
That there's no way doesn't work for there's got to be a way, right? So, a very bright man looked at the situation and he saw in the desert that everything in the universe was created and formed right from the atomic level up by magnetism and repulsion. For, against. Yes, no. Okay? And that so molecules, atoms revolve around attraction and repulsion. All the aggregation of form and all the disintegration or the balance of attraction is about yes and no, pro or con, for or against. So that when a person is thinking, the same magnetic polarization of choice applies. You have options. Yes, and then there's your no. Right? And maybe, which is no in drag. Okay? Or no for now. Right? So it still comes down to yes and no. I don't care how smart you are. Okay? Right? He realized that everything had come together and organized itself through an arrangement of yeses and nos. For and against. And the lives that have been lived on the planet in the individual case have also aggregated or come together or taken shape, taken form through this same mechanism. A combination of yes on that and no on that. Okay? Still with me?
Yes.
Okay. So every choice that a person made is either a choice for something or it's a choice against something. It could be a choice for something good or something bad. It could be a choice against something good or against something bad. Right? Now, ego choices, well, that's self-explanatory. Okay? But when you carefully search through the annals of human history, right, what you find is the occasional rebel who decided not to be stuck on dumb. Meaning, not to choose his yeses and his nos based on dumbness or lack of intelligence as the consequences of an individual choice. Yeah?
Yeah.
You see?
Yes.
That is intelligence, okay? And what the man in the desert also realized was that the choice for what is good is a choice which is loving. He said, if we could steer this mechanism called yes-no, how could we steer it rightly? We could steer it rightly with the antidote for dumb, which is intelligence. An intelligent choice. And we could steer it rightly with a choice that is not numb,
Yeah.
insensitive or unloving. Numb. You see? Insensitive, numb, insensitive, numb. Too many condoms, numb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Too much denial, too much insensitivity, too much not caring equals heartless choice.
Yeah.
Okay? Uncompassionate choice, insensitive choice. So, he thought to himself, all right, what we need to steer this machinery of choice is intelligence and love together. Okay? And if we had done that, we wouldn't be in this pile of shit today. And if we do that, we'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All we have to do is be intelligent, think, you see, reasonable, you see, and also compassionate or loving. Because if love guides choice, then choice is compatible with the heart, it's compatible with the very core of what a human being is, okay, and what life is all about, you see. Sensitive, not numb. Intelligent, not dumb. Intelligent and loving. Answer. Answer to the problem of shit, suffering, waste. Right? Does this make any sense? So, when you go through your yeses and your nos, when you think about something and you have to yes or no on it, because you will do one of the two things. On everything that arises on the buffet of possible choice of existence, you will either yes or no that particular item on that buffet. And you will do the same with the next item. And you will do the same with the next item. And on what basis will you make that choice? Since you will make it. Not if.
Right.
Right? Even a non-vote is a vote. Denial is a vote. Avoidance is a vote. Okay? You see? It's a vote for stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Uninformed. Insensitive. Right? So, no matter what we do, it's a vote. You could be on a cruise ship. You could have 60 feet buffet. Okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reality is, you actually are going to yes or no every item on the whole 60 feet. Whether you realize this is happening or not, what you're going to end up with is your yeses, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so think about what you yes and what you know, and think whether that yes or no has been steered by intelligence and heart or not.
Yeah.
Or if not, what was it steered by? Maybe the ego's desire for cowardice, chicken shitness, huh? Self-dishonesty, a lack of integrity or spine, right? These cause people to run, right? The corn kernels in the annals of human history, like Gandhi, Jesus, okay, right, that have not been digested by the shit of ego, the mechanism of stupid, okay, pop out and change not only their own history, but human history,
Yeah.
because they will not succumb to dumb or numb. They will not. And people say, well, how's that possible? You see, I'm saying, look, it's possible because we have free will.
Yeah.
And one of the most incredible edifices built in the whole Tower of Babylon is this edifice of excuses. Like, everybody is thinking that way, so it's creating an ambient vibration that is very difficult to overcome. Or, I'm so neurotic, right, and I've done so many bad things that I have to keep doing bad things. Right? You see, the entire complexization, the obscuration of the simple fact of choice is man's primary occupation. Okay? To make it seem complicated and difficult, if not impossible, by saying, I'm so neurotic so I can't. Everybody thinks this way, so it makes it difficult for the rest of us. Everybody, right? There go the lemmings. Right? Because they choose to go that way, and not because it's difficult to go the other way. Okay? The idea that it's difficult is man's cover for the shame of the simple fact of his choosing and the freedom of his will that is. Right?
Yes.
People say, well, it's thick as molasses here, because of the astral vibration of the planet, and you're trying to think a good thought, but boom, it leaves you in my head, I can't put it, I tried to be good, but boy, it was an uphill battle, Look, no, it's a level fucking battle, okay?
Yes.
It's not uphill,
No.
okay? And there is no impediment to you. You have had a habit for a million years. The truth is, if you will against it, it's gone.
Yes.
So all the excuses about how difficult everything is only to mask how easy it actually is and how possible it is. In reality. Now, what is reality? Reality is all the shit that exists and or against your free will. All the shit that exists out there and all the shit that exists in here. Both of them. In other words, all the shit, right? But you have a man who stands up and he says, no way, to the dumb. He's over it. He couldn't be any more over it at all. So we're trying to walk through this incredible, what we think is a granite impediment to rightness, to intelligence, to sensitivity, to heart, to intelligent loving. Right? That combination. We think we're walking through granite, on the way to the John. Right? No, we're walking through air. That's A, and then there's your I. Okay? And then there's your R. Okay? And I'm saying air. Okay? Can you concept this?
Yeah.
Okay? You're walking through air on the way to being a right person. You're walking through air through all the impediments within, all the neurosis, stuckness, herstory, and all the impediments without. Stupidness, convention, whatever it is. I don't care. You see, air. There is absolutely nothing as powerful as your choice. Nothing can stand against it. You've been in a situation, you could be bogged down right up to your hubcaps in your situation, right? And one day you wake up and you go, no. No. And then you go, no. And then you go, yeah, no. You know? You're going through this, okay? Moment by moment, okay? Back and forth, right? But what you come to find out is if you ever get to, like, no, you know, then it's no. You see? And there is nothing. It's just like all the impediments that you thought were granite, you see, they all fall down like 10 pins. It's anticlimax at its very best. It's like, anticlimax is when you realize that there is nothing but your will involved that has significance, that has power over your choice. There is actually nothing, and that's the incredible anticlimax. You were expecting so much, you see, impossible on it. You were expecting so much impossible, even on making the choice, even anticipating making a choice. You were expecting impossible as the end result, right? And when you get there, you know, you go, well, I'm going to do this. And they go, oh, okay. It's a real weird kind of feeling when you realize none of it is there.
Yes.
Or that if it's there or seems to be there, if you don't care about that, it's as good as not there.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference. See? So the guys that were right guys and popped out through the whole game were the guys who figured this all out. That it doesn't make any difference about what was or seems to be there or here. It just doesn't matter, and the reason it doesn't matter is because I want it to be right. And I say so. That I have the ability to, and the agility necessary to make choices. I can even make smart choices if I want. I can even make heartfelt choices. I can even choose to love, to be love, instead of be insensitive. I can even choose to be smart instead of blonde. I can even choose. Present company accepted. Take no offense. Okay? You see what I mean? I have this ability. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. You have that ability. That's what the smart guys realized. It sounds like rocket science. It ain't. It is the simple truth behind all the obfuscation, all the mud, all the ink that's been inserted into the water to obscure the situation by the octopus. Okay? No, that's not there. All that's there is one little asshole and/or saint sitting in the middle of it, deciding what will be.
Right.
Yes.
And why?
Yeah.
Really, why?
Yeah.
Self-honesty. You see, why? Why am I choosing that item? Why am I not accepting this? Why? You see, a right guy recognizes that intelligence and compassion needs to be his why.
Yes.
Because dumb and numb isn't worth anything. It creates mayhem, suffering, and madness, right? More and more,
Yeah.
right? Stop the, you see, cycle. I want to get off. I get off at compassion. I get off at intelligence. Otherwise, it's dumb and numb forever. Or until I say different.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, say different.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
All right.
Look back through the annals of human history
You really
and
can.
your own history.
Yeah.
And all these things will be completely evident to you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.